You trained hard yesterday. You ate well. You set your alarm for 6. And then you lay there until 2 in the morning, staring at the ceiling, telling yourself that 5 hours is probably fine. It isn't fine. And your performance tomorrow is already paying for it. Here's what most people believe about sleep and fitness. Sleep is just rest. It's passive. Your body is doing nothing. So if you have to cut it short, the worst that happens is you feel a bit tired at the gym. You push through. You adapt. You're tougher than a few lost hours. That belief is costing you more than you know. Because sleep isn't passive. It's the most anabolic period of your entire day. While you're unconscious, your body is doing the majority of its repair, rebuilding, and adaptation work. Human growth hormone, the hormone most responsible for muscle repair and fat metabolism, is released in its largest pulse of the day during deep sleep. Not during your workout. During sleep. Cut that window short, and you cut the hormone pulse short with it. But that's just the beginning. Within 24 hours of poor sleep, your body's ability to regulate blood sugar drops significantly. A landmark study from the University of Chicago found that just 4 nights of sleeping 4 hours per night reduced insulin sensitivity by 30%, a level comparable to early-stage type 2 diabetes. Your cells become less efficient at absorbing glucose. That glucose stays in the bloodstream longer, and your body responds by storing more of it as fat. Your strength takes a hit too. Research published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research found that athletes who slept fewer than 8 hours per night were 1.7 times more likely to sustain an injury and showed measurable reductions in reaction time, power output, and decision-making speed. Dr. Cherry Ma at the Stanford Sleep Medicine Center has spent years studying elite athletes, and her findings are consistent. Sleep extension, simply sleeping more, produces improvements in sprint speed, accuracy, and reaction time that no supplement on the market can match. Then there's cortisol. Cortisol is your primary stress hormone, and it rises sharply with sleep deprivation. Chronically elevated cortisol is catabolic, meaning it actively breaks down muscle tissue for fuel. So you're not just missing out on growth, you're losing ground. The muscle you worked for is being consumed from the inside, while your cortisol stays elevated and your testosterone drops. Research from the University of Chicago again, this time published in JAMA, found that 1 week of sleep restriction reduced testosterone levels in young healthy men by 10 to 15%. Your brain suffers alongside your body. The prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for pacing, effort regulation, and knowing when to push and when to stop, is one of the first regions to degrade under sleep deprivation. You don't just feel worse, you make worse decisions about your training. You misjudge effort. You underperform and don't even realize it. And appetite. Ghrelin, your hunger hormone, rises after a poor night's sleep. Leptin, your satiety hormone, falls. The result is that you eat more, crave denser foods, and have less cognitive control over those cravings. Sleep deprivation and poor nutrition don't just coexist. They drive each other. Here's what you can do starting tonight. Set a consistent sleep and wake time, even on weekends. The research is clear that sleep consistency matters as much as sleep duration. Keep your room cool, around 18 degrees Celsius, as core body temperature needs to drop for deep sleep to initiate. And cut screens for at least 30 minutes before bed. Blue light suppresses melatonin production and delays sleep onset by up to 90 minutes. You trained hard yesterday. You ate well. And now, the most powerful recovery tool available to you costs nothing, requires no equipment, and is waiting for you tonight. The ceiling isn't going anywhere, but your gains are every hour you don't sleep.